Today marks 393rd day. Shall lessons I learn and continue to learn with you. My hope these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help achieve your goals, and empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today, I speak about a very simple thing that is hygiene. Hygiene. I think that when I think about hygiene, we understand that there's a couple of things that we do automatically. That means in the morning, maybe shower, brushing your teeth, maybe we look into our table, cleaning the table. Maybe we look into our clothing, so that means we do the laundry for them. And I think the most beautiful part about hygiene is that it's supposed to be very, very automatic. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you potentially feel. You know that this must be done. And I think that when people get into the level of maybe even depression, where they're not able to do even of the basic things, I think that's where the true bad things start to happen. That you're not able to take care of your hygiene. I think that one thing is that we understand about external hygiene, so brushing your teeth, showering, making sure that you really represent yourself well. But external hygiene, people are able to see very fast. So when you don't take care of yourself, people still notice it and will potentially could ask what's going on? What's going on? It seems that you don't feel well. You don't feel well because you don't look well. Maybe you don't shave, maybe you don't shower and your hair looks all over the place. So that is quite simple to show that maybe something is going on. But I think that the most important part, we sometimes forget that there is some internal hygienes. And because we do not take care of our internal hygiene, sometimes it starts to pop up on our external hygienes that we do not take care of ourselves. So today we'll share four levels, four things internally that every single person needs to do just to make sure that we're able to feel more fulfilled, more meaningful, and really making sure that we do not care the things that this doesn't serve us. So number one is mental hygiene. This is internal hygiene that is must be done. We need to really keep our mind sharp. Keep our mind sharp. If we say that okay, like I don't remember things very well, like I'm not able to be focused as much. And that moment we can say like maybe there's something is going wrong in my mental hygiene because we want to make sure that we are really creating something, be able to create more capacity with our thinking, with our thoughts. Our thoughts need to get better, stronger, faster, more wisdom in our mind. And I think that's what we need to really look into what do we do with our mental hygiene. I think that we need to understand that we need to develop ourselves, develop our capacity. What you don't use, you lose. What you don't use, you lose. So I think that's one of the best examples of really mental hygiene is even having a Pareto rule in place. Pareto rule is that allocating 80% to the most important things and 20% potentially could be other things. So I think that when you look into that 80-20 rule for content is that 80% of your content supposed to be regarding develop yourself, improve yourself, educational, growth material, and 20% is entertainment. And I think that we need to do audit where our energy goes regarding our thoughts. So that means when we look at our YouTube, maybe unfollow the entertainment and maybe start to subscribe on YouTube or other places on the places where we're able to learn and educate, improve, just to really make sure that we elevate the amount that we spend on really ideas that develops us and decrease the times where we spend on the things that are entertaining us but doesn't serve us at all. And I think that's sometimes we need to really understand okay, what kind of habits do we need to do? Because the most important part is when you really create mental hygienes, internal hygienes, that is automatic. You don't need to think about it. That's where the true beauty is. And there's a lot of great things that we're able to do. And that, for example, be able to really uh, have a daily routine that in the morning to create three priorities. And evening, did they distracted? Did I was distracted there? Did they had energy today? And like what to be able to do, what kind of habits to be able to create, like maybe reading 30 minutes a day, maybe learn new concept per day, and really have those reflection sessions on a weekly basis to understand okay how you take care of your mental energy. Because mental energy is one of the key aspects when you think about really come up with solutions and ideas for your life in every aspect of your life. That means that it's in a business, in relationship, in health, in every aspect of our life. We need to have that mental capacity to create new innovative ideas to really improve our lives. So that means we need to have mental hygiene in place to really do that. Because if you do not filter your thoughts, I think that's because that it just says that garbage in, garbage out. So the more you garbage in, the more garbage will come out. Because if you don't take care of your mental capacity, our thoughts will go worse. Number two is emotional hygiene. So that's master your state. And when I think about so many business owners who have achieved massive success, they always mention emotional state as one of the key aspects of success. Because some people could have mental hygiene, they have a lot of knowledge, wisdom, expertise, but they just do not have emotional hygiene. And they crumble during bad days. They crumble because they just never did any emotional hygiene. So it means I need to really have those emotional check-ins, understanding that maybe in the morning, maybe in the afternoon, maybe in the evening, like what kind of emotion do I feel right now, and what could I do truly to name it and then replace it? If it's negative, replace it. If it's positive, maybe able to uplift that, increase that, just to make sure that I'm able to be the best emotional state possible. So emotional hygiene is all about understanding and regulating yourself. So one of the best ways to regulate yourself is really being able to understand yourself better, what triggers you. And it's like when that happens, this is what I will do. And at the same time, understanding all the emotions. Because the more you're aware of your emotions, the more you're able to really control it, to regulate it. Because sometimes we can potentially feel a feeling and really mention and name it in a wrong way. And because if we wrong name that emotion the wrong way, maybe we'll execute in a wrong way as well, because trying to heal them. So that means that we need to understand, journal our emotions, and really be able to really act and accordingly to really change that. And I think that one of the best ways to really improve your emotional state and hygiene is just really bring more gratitude into your life. I really love the saying that gratitude is one of the fastest way to in a positive mental state, emotional state, because I love the saying that you're not able to feel negative and positive emotion at the same time. You're not able to feel negative and a positive emotion at the same time. So that means that if I feel any kind of emotion and become grateful about all the things that is happening in my life, that means that I'm able to shift very, very fast from negative to positive. I think that's sometimes we need to think about boundaries, because our emotional state a lot of times influenced by so many things, and be able to ask you what are the things that influence and decreasing and draining my emotional state, emotional energy. And it might be people. Okay, how I could reduce the time with those people, how could I really do something around those people to elevate my emotional state, because I know sometimes we just don't have a choice. But if you have a choice, reduce the time. If you don't have a choice, what could they do to elevate my emotional state? And when we're able to do that, when we understand ourselves better, then we do our emotional hygiene. Number three, and this is very, very simple: physical internal hygiene. Let's treat your body like a temple, not a trash bin or trash can. I think that's very, very important to understand it. Energy is most important thing in life, the most important resource in life, and we need to take care of that physical internal temple. And that means that this is very, very simple. This is nothing new. You need to really sleep more, walk more, um, understand that eat well, being able to really choose the foods that is actually good for us, not that is good for timing. Because I think that when we really look into building meals that are nutritious, that are healthy, we start to be more appreciative of, and it's much easier to be better in all aspects, all the genes, because every hygiene is intertwined. Because when you have better thoughts, when you have better emotions, it's much easier to take care of your physical needs. But I think at the same time, if you have taken care of your physical needs and you take care of the food that you eat, the exercise that you do, and you elevate your energy, it's much easier to be feeling better And then when you feel better, it's much easier to invest more time into thinking better because you invest your time into the ideas and solutions and innovative ideas. And of course, everything is intertwined. And I think that's very, very important to have that physical hygienes, like sweat every day, each well today, like maybe walk at least stairs, stretch and do some more kind of mobility. And when you do those things, it will increase our energy by flushing all the toxins out and increasing our energy. The last one, number four, internal hygiene is spiritual or value hygiene. And I think that this is about really making sure that keep the compass clean. I think when we have those value hygiene and spiritual hygiene, we understand that this is the anchor. This is the anchor that really holds us strong. Because I think that every single person needs to have keystone habit, keystone that is doesn't move, the anchor. And a spiritual value hygiene is that anchor that most people need. So we ask, okay, what kind of things could they do to really build my foundation? That means reviewing our values, understanding if we're actually living by those values. Because some people just don't know their values. Some people know their values, but they don't know what kind of actions really aligning with those values. And that's a hygiene. Okay, what kind of actions aligning and what which not? Like what if that value, that action aligns with my values? Okay, maybe I'm able to do more of it. If it doesn't align, remove it off my daily thing. And I think that this is again one of the things that we need to always constantly reflect on. This is again the hygiene is all about reflection. Where you at? Where you at with your life? So because sometimes we know our values, but life is life and brings more and more and more things into your life while other people offer you just looking you're missing out. We start to add more things, more actions in our routines. And we sometimes need to say like sit down and say like, what are my priorities? What are my values? What are where I'm actually going? And we have that compass in mind. We're able to be to have that internal hygiene. And I think that if we don't do that, we sometimes will compromise our values. And compromising our values is one of the worst things. I think that's where people feel the most exhausted when they do things that doesn't align with who they are. I felt it. I felt it when I was pursuing something that is not aligning with who I am, and I needed to push myself. But when you really pursue the values that you really care about, that you're in a full alignment, sometimes you feel that you're pulled by those values rather than that you need to push yourself. And that's a massive difference because people who are breaking or burning out, I think that they are pushing themselves towards. And I think we need to learn to really have that spiritual and value hygiene that we can pull ourselves towards something that is meaningful. So I want you to reflect as well because I said this is a very important topic. Hygienes, externally, internally, and when you take care of ourselves, it's much easier to pursue big vision for ourselves. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.